welcome. Welcome to YourHitchcockMovies.com. We're your hosts, Jeff and Diane. And welcome to movie number 3 from 1928, Easy Virtue. Silent film based on a Noel Coward play. Our first movie was based on a book, which became a play, which became a Hitchcock movie, which was remade again and again. The second movie, of course, Hitchcock wrote with Alma from scratch, and now this one is based on a Noel Coward play. Interesting, both Noel Coward and Alfred Hitchcock were born in the same year. They were both born in 1899, so they're both young men just kind of getting their start. This was the 13th play written by Noel Coward. He wrote plays starting in his teens, and he wrote 50-some plays throughout his life. This was not a critical success for him at all. This played in December of 1925, and it was not a hit at all. The movie was not a critical or a commercial success at all. It was a commercial failure for Hitchcock and Gainsborough Pictures, who had Hitchcock under their employ at the time. Hitchcock was handed this project. They bought the rights to the play and said, here, you're making this movie. I doubt it would have been his choice to do this movie. This is one of the reasons that British International Pictures lured him away with the promise of more control and more money. And he followed that up with writing his own movie, The Ring. Even though that was released before this, he did that one after. One of the reasons this film might have been a commercial failure was because it's a silent film based on a Noel Coward play. And Noel Coward plays are known for their excellent, witty dialogue, and this is a silent film. We're going to sort of see that again in movie number 4, A Farmer's Wife, also a play, no dialogue, very tricky thing. This movie, Easy Virtue, was remade in 2008, starring Jessica Biel and Colin Firth and Kristen Scott Thomas, with apparently a lot of dialogue, and maybe a little more true to the play because it had dialogue. I have not seen it, but I understand it's pretty good. This movie is starring Isabelle Jeans, who starred in a lot of movies. She made a good transition to sound films. We're actually going to see her again in Suspicion with Cary Grant later on, probably by May or June, where she plays, I think, a domineering mother in that movie. Wanted to give a little bit of background for this movie, just a bit, just because, again, we were confused at the beginning. This is a movie of high society with fabulously wealthy people in it, as many, if not all, of Noel Coward's plays were based on fabulously wealthy high society people. We start off in a courtroom. There's a judge, there's the plaintiff's lawyer, and there's a girl on the stand. She's Larita, our star. She's being sued for divorce. Her story at the beginning of the movie, anyways, the story going on in the courtroom is told to you, the viewer, in a form of flashbacks. We focus in on a brandy decanter all of a sudden, and we see a man drinking heavily from this decanter in glasses, and we see a girl having her portrait painted. We see the painter. Love triangle, anyone? The husband is a jealous, drunken brute. He suspects they're having an affair. He gets drunk, and we don't see it, but he beats her up. He beats her up so badly that she can't even pose for 3 days. Now the court is going over all this evidence before the jury. In those days, divorces in Britain were very rare, and really grounds for divorce was only granted if you could prove adultery. You could prove this sort of thing. The painter is... Back to the flashbacks. Well, he's also fabulously wealthy. He propositions her with a letter. It's kind of hard to read in the movie. Why be with this drunken brute when I'll take care of you? The husband comes in, sees this, and there's an attempted murder. There's a suicide, and back to the courtroom. There's a verdict. So yeah, there we get the rest of the movie going on from that. It's interesting that you've got this 12-person jury all arguing about a divorce. Imagine if that was going on today. There's a Hitchcock cameo that's difficult to spot in this one, so we'll give this one away. It's 20 minutes into the movie. If you don't want to know where it is at all, then just mute me. Just kidding. It's at a tennis match. There's nobody at the tennis match. There's a couple of people playing tennis, and he walks away at exactly 21 minutes and 16 seconds, depending on which version you have. That's the Hitchcock cameo. We've got a strong blonde leading lady in this movie, which is delightful. Now, quickly, a movie we missed here was Downhill. Hitchcock made the movie Downhill in 1927. We missed that one because it's just not available on DVD. You can watch it on YouTube if you want. It's starring Ivor Novello and one Isabelle Jeans. Neat. Speaking of not available on DVD, this picture we're about to watch from 1928 wasn't available at all. It was considered lost until it was found in the 70s in Austria, of all places. They found a copy of it, and they were able to bring it to you on DVD now. So, very good. So here we go. Movie number 3 from 1928, Easy Virtue.